It's not coming out of my
Welcome
speakers.
to
And
the Epicenter. This is Frank.
this is Banhammer.
Double.
Alright, let's begin our dark work. First, anime news.
There's really not much of anything. Did you watch the new episode of Aldanoa?
Yes, I did.
I'm
That
so
whip
angry.
cane. Whip cane!
I am so fucking angry.
that is
This is the
sad.
one time I hope to God they pull a Hacks thing and he's all right. But this is an Ura Butcher show, and Ura Butcher doesn't believe in like Haxes, so I'm afraid Count Pimp Cane is down for the count, unless he said when he activated it, he has a teleportation device, which I'm kind of upset because I thought he was going to be an important character, seeing as how he's in the theme song quite frequently.
No, he got killed, even though he had an awesome whip cane.
I was waiting. I never got to see his mech. I really wanted to see him fight in his mech. Well,
Slane is probably going to use the mech.
yeah. A is really crossing their fingers and hoping that he comes back as a cyborg and he can be Orange 2.0 because he's full of loyalty. After he mercilessly beat the shit out of Slane for like 20 minutes.
I can't wait to see what Inaho pulls with access to new technology. That's what I'm waiting for.
It's just I'm just sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm wondering if that villain is going to try and convert Slane to his side, because he went to great lengths to save him when he thought he was going to be killed. Because
Yeah.
he didn't he didn't have to come and get him. He could have just let
Intel
Pimp Cane kill him.
where
That's
the
true.
princess is.
Oh, that's true.
That's all he wants.
But it was just funny because he just fucking stood there. I'm like, why are you standing there? He's going to kill you. Run, Count Pimp Cane, run. He was my favorite character, and he died so uneventfully.
Well, Balat died in a comic kill.
Oh yeah, that's what do you I read the new goddamn chapter in a comic kill, and I'm like, holy fuck, I was surprised.
What I do like about that show is that when they go out like ballers.
Oh no, they go out in horrifically violent ends.
Yes, like ballers.
Holy fuck! I thought the one guy. Well, I'm not gonna tell you because it'll be a spoiler because you didn't read the manga. But this was a fucking good chapter because this one guy got a ticket to Sufferville, which I don't know who's worse, this Arthur or a Butcher, because when he wants to make someone fucking suffer, they really fucking suffer in a comic kill. But I was surprised at how it ended because he got fucking out and he took down one of the main villains doing it.
Oh, nice.
So I was surprised, pleasantly surprised.
I like it a lot. It's a good shonen.
It's hysterically funny.
Yeah, it doesn't try to take itself too seriously, but you still emotionally connect with the characters. Most of the characters.
Most of the characters, the ones that live, which aren't very many of them. Because if you like a character, I'm just going to tell you straight up: if they're not important to the plot, they're going to die.
Probably that means Death isn't going to
It
die.
is.
I want her to die.
Oh no! Oh fuck no! She's still around.
Damn it!
She has the wall of plot armor that surrounds her entirely
So
and
he's
protects
Naraku.
her. I am so fucking pissed. Wait till you find out how she got her powers. It's so interesting. It's so goddamn interesting. But no, you got to see Tony Mike's favorite character, Justice Chan.
Justice Chan's funny.
Justice Chan's also batshit insane.
That's why she's funny.
But it's yeah, she'll be around for a while. But Tony Mike was sad when she went out.
I knew she was gonna go out. A character, you can't.
People
laugh
people like that usually do not tend to last very long, but she lasted a lot longer than I expected. But of course, that motherfucking Desse still around. But what else is going on in the world of anime? Fall season's approaching. I'm almost done the second season of Ranma 1/2, and
Nice.
I'm starting their Urusei Itzaru challenge, which I have 53 gigs of it downloaded onto my hard drive. And I love the soundtrack to that show. I fucking downloaded the 4.63 gig FLAC files.
Holy.
And then I went and I had to find a converter to play it.
Oh my god.
But I fucking enjoy it. It's not a too serious show. I could definitely see where she's basically ripped off or the formula from Urusei Itsaru and took some of the characters and stuff she had in and turned it into Ranma. Because I looked at some of this because I've been through 2 movies and like 4 OVAs, and I've seen because it's not a show. If you watch the first episode, you could probably jump around in the rest of the series because they throw all these characters at you, and they're usually just side characters. But I can see where she recycled like almost everything from Ranma, from Urusei Itsaru.
Yeah, she's like Akira Toriyama
Yeah,
in that way.
and that's I think the problem with it. Her series lasts longer than they should because she has a lot of really good ideas and she executes them very well, but they drag on to the point where they should just end. And then the ending for Urusei Yatsura ends just like fucking Ranma, kind of in a disappointment. But with this show, with Urusei Yatsura, I kind of find it more appropriate than Ranma. But I've been enjoying what I've been watching because there's just all types of crazy shit in there. Because if you don't know the story, aliens come to take over the world from the planet Oni, and the only way to beat them is to beat them in a game of tag. And somehow the main character, Taro, which is a terribly horrible, unredeemable lech with a heart of gold, of course, because I think she created that trope, challenges her to a game of tag, and he beats her by like ripping her top off and grabbing her horns on the top of her head, so she has to be engaged to marry him. And she's like insanely devoted to him, so when he goes around hitting on people, she zaps them. And then of course like 2,000 different aliens come down and invade Earth, and they have all types of weird shit going on. But it's entertaining. I enjoy it. It's a classic, and it's got them 80s openings. What else? For anime news.
I think we're pretty much out of this.
Actually, it's anime/video. They're bringing over a Clannad visual novel to the
Oh, yeah.
US.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's around them Steams.
On Steam?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's news.
I think they also have a limited edition, like 1,000 copies or something coming, but you know.
Yeah, I guess that's it for the anime this
Yep.
week.
All right, moving on to the tabletops and the comics.
I have a tie-in for comics.
What do you got?
So I had to kill time on Saturday afternoon when I went home because there was no one around to do anything. So I knew this was a mistake to begin with, but I went and I saw Sin City 2. And I knew I was in for a treat when I saw that Frank Miller not only wrote it, but he was also co-director.
Oh god.
Oh
So, and I also saw it in 3D. So by the time and it only cost me $13, which was surprisingly cheap for a 3D movie. But for what I liked about it is the fucking style in it was wonderfully done. It kind of makes me want to see a good noir modern film, because what they did with it was really stylistic, and it's been too long since we had a good like hard-boiled detective story like that. Now the bad part. Why is Frank Miller batshit insane?
Oh, it just he used to be a good writer.
This movie is fucking terrible. It's a series of vignettes of like, it's like someone took a graphic novel, like all the different stories in there, and put it on a movie, and it just has one marble-voiced, chain-smoking, alcoholic, woman-hating, like male main character after the other, spouting ham-tastic dialogue. And even if the thing is called Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For, and a Mickey Rourke's busted-ass character goes, now there's a dame to kill for, and I'm like, really, Frank Miller? Really? And it's just fucking terrible. It's just so... I honestly wish you guys were there, because this is a movie that I should have watched with other people, because we probably would have been more enjoyable.
Oh, that we would have laughed.
It would have been, because I recommend it for a group viewing because it's hysterically awful. And it's a shame because stylistically I liked it, but it was just the dialogue was terrible. I don't know what the fuck Frank Miller's problem is with women. I don't know if he went through a horrible divorce or he has some type of mommy issue or maybe a combination of the two, but it's just sad. It's like I was reading All-Star Batman. That's how the narration was. And it talked about the fucking city and compared the city to a woman and you can't trust the dames and it was just fucking ridiculous. And it had ridiculous amounts of unnecessary nudity. And it was just such a bad. Ava Green's character was fucking terrible. I don't know what the fucking point of it was. She's a horror. Or the point of it is she's a femme fatale, but she's just like dicks everyone around. And the guy who was the main character of that story knows she's dicking him around, but he falls for it anyway because he's a retard. And it's just it's just fucking sad. And I also saw DC is getting really fucking desperate. I went in Barnes & Noble, and they have something called the Ami Kami Girls, which they take all of the DC super heroines and they make them into anime style.
God, no.
If they had Volume 1, I would have bought it. They only had Volume 2 there, and it looked fucking hysterical. And I'm like, wow, DC, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. You need to try a little harder. I can see Batman must not be pulling you in any money. But that's my comic news.
You have any comic news? Because I don't have any.
Let's see. We need to go over the Eisner Award winners this year. I think I should touch on some of them. Hawkeye won Best Single Issue for number 11. Saga won Best Continuing Series.
I haven't read Hawkeye. I heard good things, though.
Yeah. Saga's a really good series, I hear, but if you want to collect singles, just don't. Because that's one of those series that when it hit, if you didn't buy like the first edition, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're not going to find it anymore.
Best Limited Series was The Wake by Scott Snyder.
I haven't read that.
I hear it's good. Best New Series, Sex Criminals. Let's see, is there anything else really? Those I think, are the big ones. Yeah, the rest are like, older stuff.
Yeah, I need to get more into like the indie comics and everything. This is from the smaller companies, not just Marvel or DC.
Yeah. One of these days, I need to just go through my subs and just start like talking about the ones I've been subbing to. But there's so much shit I've been subbing to that. Yeah. Also, DC has a new. It's like a part series called the Multiversity, and I don't know much about it, but it basically splits the DC universe into like the different like multi like
the multiverse, like this 616.
No, it's the 52 different Yeah. It goes like Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3. It'll split them into 52, so they're probably rehashing that.
Oh no.
It's technically a multiverse. Yeah, it's a multiverse. And that way they can branch out and do different ones. Like Earth 1, I think, is the original one.
No, this is actually a new one. It's like a couple one-off issues. It's not big.
Okay.
Just a couple. They have like a new story for it. And I sub to it. It hasn't come in yet, so I can't review it.
I started my demon game the other day. Well, we were just building characters. It's working very well. We have one whose cover is a rap mogul, and his demon form is a disc. It is like a giant golden LP with a hologram, like jutting, like being projected out of it. And the other is some kind of horrible, twisted tentacle abomination from Lovecraft with a giant maw, and no eyes. And the other, Zebra Swirls, her demon form is basically Silver Chariot from JoJo's. So it's going good. And
Good.
also, I bought the Flowers of Hell Player's Guide, which gives you more powers and stuff.
Oh, nice.
One of them allows you to merge your demon form with the car you're driving, and it transforms it and gives it like spiked hubcaps and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's $16 for the PDF. So it's a good purchase. I found some good stuff in there. There's a lot of extra story stuff and different ways that you can use the demonic power. So it's a good book to get. And that's what I got for tabletop.
Yeah, I haven't. That's about it.
All right, technology.
Okay, so the big news: Google Images got hacked this morning.
What
Anyone hear
happened?
about that?
I didn't hear about that.
So basically, someone hacked Google Images. So whenever you search for an image, it showed a picture of like a Russian car wreck for like all the images.
Oh no,
And yeah, I mean,
that's
Ew.
pretty big. If
Yeah.
Google starts getting hacked.
at first I had a friend think it was on a ISP level because but later it turned out it was the whole Google that got hacked. So
Ooh.
now if you clicked on the picture, it showed up as the right one. But if you just looked at the the thumbnails, it showed up as like some car wreck.
Oh, so they hacked the thumbnails.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
all the thumbnails showed up to be like it was like some Russian car wreck or something.
That's pretty
don't know.
cool, actually.
I don't know if it was a malicious one or it was just
I'd see either way. It seems more like they're either testing something or it's just some kids messing around.
Yeah. Although it's kind of scary that someone just hacked Google Images.
I don't have anything for tech.
Let's see. Only other thing I got is Apple there's a rumor they might release a 12.9-inch iPad.
Oh, so they're going bigger or smaller? I'm not sure. I'm not big on iPad.
No, it's bigger. It's a 13-inch basically.
Let's just make it. Like I guess to the point where you're just carrying around a TV.
Yeah. Exactly. I have this is kind of tech and video games, but Amazon bought Twitch.
Ooh, yeah. So that could be interesting.
So the transition point to video games.
Yeah, I mean, I know Twitch has been cracking down a lot on copyrighted music. Why is our friend playing Aliens Colonial Marines?
I don't know.
Because
You guys saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
What
that.
were
You also know who it is who's doing it, so
Yeah, no, first of all, any money he spent on that, I don't care how low it was too much.
it must not have been a lot, or he must
If
have
you
been
get-
very bored.
If you get it for free, that's still taking up space on your hard drive.
Yeah, but back to Twitch, it's kind of interesting that Amazon bought it. I'm curious to know what they're going to use it for.
they're probably going to monetize it some way even more than it usually is, because I know they were doing all that stuff where they were cracking down and using copyrighted music in streams.
Right.
So yeah, they were probably preparing for it long in advance.
Anyway, on to video games.
Yeah. Okay, so the big news, the Mario Kart 8 DLC.
First of all, no. The big news is Nintendo all fucking week.
Oh yeah, Nintendo. Oh my God, there's so much Nintendo news this week.
First of all, let's start with the Smash Bros. Leaks.
Were they confirmed yet?
No, but there's a video that Nintendo showed off, or they found, that that shows Shulk from Xenoblade, Bowser Jr., um, the dog from Duck Hunt, and I forget who else. So, and they took it down, so I don't know.
Ooh.
If the dog from Duck Hunt's confirmed, I want to maim that. So when I beat the shit out of people, and I hope it laughs at them at the victory screen.
It
better laugh at them.
It better laugh at them.
I know.
It's essentially a reskin of Solid Snake.
Probably that fucking dog, man.
Actually, I think they also, down the grapevine, confirmed some DLC for the game. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out where I was reading that from.
Yeah, but on to Nintendo DLC. When Nintendo does DLC, they do it right.
Yeah.
They do it right. Look at. Did you see the Mario Kart DLC?
I'm kind of pissed that they're giving me Tanuki Suit and then Catsuit Peach because once again they're just reskinning Mario and Peach, and they could have threw 2 other characters in there instead.
That's new courses. That's what.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that they gave me something. At least they gave me the courses.
I don't care what characters there are. I want the new courses are the big thing. That's my thoughts on that one. We get new courses.
Honestly, what they should do is, I think, for the life of the Wii U, just every 6 months, just pop out 2 new course packs or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna start running out of courses. You know what I want them to really fix? Battle mode.
We'll see.
I would throw down $12 if they fix battle mode and they put in like block fort and shit. You know, like the real battle mode, not that extra racing shit. Because when I want to knock balloons off of people's carts, I want to do it in a battle arena.
We'll see what new courses we get.
I'm kind of curious as what they'll pick too.
Yeah, or we don't know if they're re-releasing old courses or making entirely new courses.
They'll probably, for the characters they throw in there, make courses suitable. I'm expecting some type of Zelda course.
That'll be cool.
Probably an Animal Crossing course. I already see people on V screaming that they want Captain Falcon in the game, and Sonic.
Sonic, no. But Captain Falcon, yes.
Sonic, I don't think they'll put in the game, but Sonic has his own racing game.
Yeah. Which is pretty bad.
Actually, no.
Single player is horrible.
Have you played the new one?
All-Star, yeah.
All-Star Racing Transformed?
Yeah, the single player for that is... Have you tried to unlock Ryu Hayabusa?
Oh, yeah. I mean...
It gets to the point where it gets ridiculous, and I
know it does.
Multiplayer is fun, though. I will say that. And also, Danica Patrick's in it, which is perplexing. I'm confused. I'm still confused by that.
She's not a Sega character.
She's not. She's barely a race car driver.
What I think they should do is Sega should team up with Nintendo, and Sega should have or Mario Kart should have like more of a single player type game like the Sonic games do.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing single player. That's the racing game that did single player best.
This is true.
Oh, you didn't like the Star Wars Pod Racer game?
No, I'm saying that was perfectly all right. I enjoy that, but it did not do it as well as Diddy Kong Racing, where you can just drive around this overworld and then go to different courses.
Yeah.
And unlock TikTok. Even though I never did that. You can play as the clock guy. Did you know that?
I never played Diddy Kong Racing, so I have no idea.
What? Oh, God, you're missing out. You need to check that out somehow, emulate it or something.
Okay, so I got confirmed. I got a list of leaks of Smash characters. I don't know if they're true or not, but Wario, Ganondorf, Bowser Jr., Dr. Mario, Shulk, Dark Pit, Game & Watch, Jigglypuff, Nez, Falco, Diddy Kong, the Duck Hunt Dog, Lucas, Wolf, Actually, the DLC is Lucas, Wolf, the chorus from Rhythm Heaven,
Oh
Snake,
my
and
god!
Samus.
Oh my god, the chorus from Rhythm Heaven? That's awesome.
I don't know. This is just a
That'd be pretty
leak I
cool.
found.
That
I
was
don't know.
that was a rumor for a long time though.
Yeah.
You see, I don't. I mean, I follow rumors. Sometimes they're interesting, but I usually don't take much
Well, yeah,
stock in them
I'm not
until.
taking it to heart or anything, but just what I found.
Yeah.
And also, the new, did you hear about the new Pokemon game?
The the Namco,
Yes.
the one made with Namco, Poke Tekken.
Yes.
It's Poke Tekken. I'm excited. I hope I get to play that somehow.
Well, it's coming out in arcade, so it's obviously, I mean, they're not stupid. They're going to get console port. And
Yeah,
they're
you
also
need to
not
get.
stupid because they're going to bring it to America.
I'm only sad because I won't be able to play it with my fight stick.
This
What
is
if
true.
they release? What if they release a Pokemon fight stick
Oh.
with Sanwa parts?
Well, it will probably be a shitty ass Mad Catz one. You can just replace the parts.
Yeah, true.
Because Mad Catz one, you just whack out the parts, put new ones in.
I had a friend who had a Mad Catz GameCube controller, and he fucking cut his thumb on it somehow using the thumbstick. And I told him like, man, you're bleeding all over your controller. I was like, what the hell? Why am I bleeding? And it was because they don't like put fucking like rubber or something on the edge,
Yeah.
sharp ass piece of plastic. That was like back in my freshman year.
Yeah. Those are Mad Catz controllers. I'm surprised he wasn't killed using those. Unless you get
That
those
was-
special.
That was funny. Why is this sticky? I'm like, you're bleeding all over your controller.
Why am I bleeding?
The only good third-party controllers are the Hori ones.
Logitech makes some. I had a good Xbox controller. This was
Okay. Okay, yeah, Logitech, but I'm talking about consoles though.
Yeah. I bought their wireless Xbox controller.
Oh, I didn't really have one.
Yeah, they did. I'm talking about the first Xbox, not the Xbox
Oh, okay.
One or the 360. I'm talking the first Xbox, and I actually liked it better than the first party Xbox controllers.
Okay.
If you remember
No, I
those.
love Logitech. I've been a Logitech fanboy for years now.
Yeah. They made Xbox controllers.
Hmm.
And that's probably my favorite third-party controller.
Let's see what else we got for video games. There's a lot this week.
I've been playing XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Oh yes,
I've been
latest thoughts.
I've been enjoying it. I say I'm trying to go through on like a trial and error run. I know I'm probably researching things wrong or picking the wrong things or doing things in the wrong order. But if I end up having to restart this time, then I'll look at a guide and see what to build for the optimal base construction. But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the thing is, XCOM was made in '94 or whatever.
Yeah.
Back when back when PC games could have like 70,000 features.
Yeah, I love the fact that you have to worry about base construction, and then it's a very good tactical strategy shooter. It's good stuff. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I mean, the learning curve is very,
I gave all my guys lasers.
yeah, the learning curve of that game is if you have to really like strategy games because you're gonna get your ass handed to you.
Because I'm not playing on classic mode. Because I don't play much strategy games. I'm not gonna lie. That's not what I play a lot. But I do enjoy a good one or two sometimes. So I'm playing on normal, and it's a good challenge. I'm still, if I play stupid, I still die. I have to be smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when
I've been
it's
playing.
normal.
Oh.
What? Go ahead.
Hmm?
Yeah,
I've
when
been
they
playing
say
more
normal, it's normal.
Yeah, I've been playing more Dragon Quest IX, and basically, if you like Super Nintendo RPGs, that's what the game is because it's not like Shin Megami Tensei, like Masochist level hard, but it's a good challenge. it's it's it basically reminds me of like a Super Nintendo RPG. It it has that feel of it. It's very, I don't know, just a good game.
Okay, anything else for video games?
Let me check. Oh yes, this week I forget the day, but PSN, League, a whole bunch of I think Blizzard. They all got DDoSed.
Oh no, yeah, I heard that, and I heard somebody claim that ISIS was behind it.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Why would jihadists want to take out?
They want to terrorize our video
They want
games.
to terrorize our video games.
Oh, I can't be having that. They're gonna have an army of Call of Duty bros coming at. What if they formed their own thing and they played like Counter Terrorist or Counter Strike and they.
Yep, just play Counter Strike with ISIS. They always spam T. They always want to go T.
But I'm kind of considering getting this. But Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition for the PS4 came out last week.
Honestly, Ryan, just get the PC version.
I can't use my hand's kind of busted at the moment. Using
Okay.
the mouse kind of fucks my hand up for long periods of time, thanks to my wonderful
Okay.
data input job. So for some strange reason, using a controller doesn't fuck my hand up, but touching a goddamn mouse does.
What kind of mouse do you got?
I have a one in work.
No, well, yeah, that too.
Well,
That's
I work
pretty
their Logitechs.
Okay.
The one I bought is a Logitech at home. But that's hand fitting, but still, even still, it still bothers me after a while. See, I'm trying to debate whether or not I have carpal tunnel or if it's repetitive stress injury.
Okay, hold the backs of your hands together and let your fingers just hang there.
What,
And after you do that for a while, if you go numb, starts to go numb, then you know you might have some carpal tunnel.
put like what? Both my backs of my hands together.
Yeah, okay, so you hold your hands right up front of you with your fingertips touching. And
Okay.
then you bring the backs together and let your fingertips just hang down. And then if after a while your fingertips might go numb, and that's usually that's when you might have a pinched nerve or
You
carpal
see,
tunnel.
I tried some of those things, but that's the weird thing about this. I pass all those tests because I don't have any numbness or anything, but yet
It's probably not carpal tunnel.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it has something to do with my fucking elbow. Because sometimes my elbow bothers me, sometimes it's my thumb, sometimes it's the wrist. I put like an arm thing on my elbow one day, and all my pain went away. But
probably
yet
an
another
ergonomic
time it
thing.
doesn't. I'm starting to think it's the way how my fucking desk is set up. Because I keep moving all my shit around to figure out why it's doing this to me. But I'll go see a fucking doctor at some point. They'll be able to tell me.
Just look up some good ergonomics and try to set up your workspace like that. You should be fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'll recommend the Ultimate Edition for PS4 if you can't or don't want the PC version.
I'm incredibly cutting down the amount of PC time is because as it is, I'm on my computer 8 hours a day at work, constantly inputting data,
Okay.
and coming home and doing more of that. I don't think is a good idea. So I'm taking a break from a lot of my PC games, and in fact, I'm taking a 2-week break because I'm not even going to touch any video games until Destiny comes out on September 9th.
Tony
Okay.
Mike said it's in your head.
What? It's not
Tony
in my
Mike
head.
said it's in your head.
It's not in my head. I can guarantee you it's not in my fucking head.
Okay, that's. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, I'll recommend Diablo, but you have to have like 100 hours to, put into that game because that's how you get addicted.
Be
Oh, I'm
careful.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have. I'll probably pick it up either when there's nothing out, or maybe at Christmas time, and it'll be something I play on and
Yeah.
off.
I would wait till Christmas to see if they put the 2.1 patch in actually,
Oh, okay.
because the 2.1 patch is going to be their next big patch that actually makes the game. Every patch they do makes the game better, and this one's gonna add a lot of shit.
Oh man, Danganronpa 2 comes out next Tuesday.
I have it ordered.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I should. Oh, there's so many games this next month that I have to get.
I have the Super Special Edition order, and you can't get that anymore, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't usually do that stuff because it gives me a bunch of shit I probably won't ever touch.
It's a very nice special edition.
I know. I bet it's nice, but
yeah.
Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, there's so many games in September because you have that, then you have Destiny, and then you have Hyrule Warriors, and then I have Senran Kagura's Shinobi Versus, which I fucking can't wait for. It looks incredibly awful. I am pumped for that. I got the Let's Get Physical edition because it was limited edition. Only order on the internet. It was really funny because Amazon and GameStop, as soon as they announced the physical edition, it sold out. And they had to do a second round, and I got in first time, second round to get the.
Oh my god! Oh, we have a little bit more drama with the Zoe Quinn incident.
Oh god.
Apparently, Jessica Condit, one of the. An editor for Joystick.
Yep.
Okay, so the guy who developed Thomas Was Alone, Mike Bithell, said it's common knowledge how much big pubs and devs spend flying press to junkets, wining and dining them, and putting them in hotels. But then Jessica Condit from Joystick said it just posts their ethics, a link to their ethics page, and a quote: "Staff may not accept travel, accommodations, or gifts of any nature from a company or representative." So yeah, BTFO. That's why I love Joystick.
I mean, some sites do accept travel and stuff, but it's still up to their will to actually say, give something honest.
That's what we in the business world would call a conflict of interest.
Yep.
Yeah, and
it's taken very seriously.
But you see, there are game journalists with integrity.
And the other thing is, I noticed was like, someone when listen to gaming podcasts, they'll be like, "Oh well, Capcom or X company flew us out to preview this game." Like, why?
Why would you say it's bad then?
Yeah.
If they flew you out and gave you money, well, essentially when they're flying you somewhere, they're giving you money.
For a preview of a game that's about to come on how many months?
Yeah, and you're not going to say anything bad about that. Yeah. How can I expect you to give an honest review of that game?
Exactly.
Nah. Well, that's all I got for Vigia.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dark Souls 2 new DLC.
I saw that, and I'm going to wait until all three come out, and then I'm going to see if it goes to the PS4, and then I'll probably rebuy Dark Souls 2.
Oh, our friend Tony Mike said 2.1 came out for Diablo today. So if you're a Diablo player, enjoy downloading.
See, that's the thing. I can't wait until I get on when Destiny comes out and I put it in, and all of the servers fucking crash because everybody will be doing it. Because they crash the servers when they put the beta out. Yep. So I can only imagine what launch day is going to be like.
Well, no, they're probably gonna have like some bullshit patch, and the whole thing really crashed.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go pick it up after work, and maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get some time in. But I'm not expecting much on launch day.
I'm expecting the first week to be pretty bad.
I'm waiting at least a week to get it.
All right, I got something for miscellaneous.
Oh wait, we got miscellaneous. Let's hear it.
Well, Saturday night was the premiere of the 8th season of Doctor Who, which you got the new Doctor. I absolutely fucking love the new Doctor. It was really fucking good because he is not the friendly Mr. Personable ones like Tennant and Smith was. He's kind of like a dour, and he's straight to the fucking point. He fucking left Clara to like die like twice
Holy shit.
before coming back to save her. He like fucking straight up abandoned her twice. And then it's even better because the villains were these androids that crash landed on there, and they're trying to get to the promised land, but the only way they think they can get there is by harvesting the organs of people in Victorian London. So they're basically taking off their machine parts and putting human parts onto them. And then the way how the Doctor goes after the leader, he corners the leader in the guy's restaurant because it's like flying over like Victorian London, and he starts pouring brandy, which is the first time I've seen the Doctor drink in like God knows how long. And he goes, "Would you like a drink? I have a horrible feeling I'm about to kill you, and I know that if I was about to die, I would have to take a drink too." And I'm like, "Holy shit, Peter Capaldi, you're intensifying this." And then he basically tries to talk the thing into committing suicide to shut down the other robots. And then he goes, "I know it's against your programming to kill yourself, and it's against my programming to murder, but one of us is lying." And then you cut to it, and you see the robot thing impaled on fucking Big Ben's tower spire, and you see the Doctor looking down, so you don't know if he talked him into committing suicide or if he pushed him. I think he fucking pushed him.
This might be my new favorite Doctor.
I really like him because because you know how Tennant and Smith were really all about, like the personality and human.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more alien. He doesn't give the hugs because she gave him the hug at the end of the episode, and he's like, and he turned his TARDIS into if you go on the BBC Doppel and you take the inside the look of the TARDIS, he changed it completely. I love it because he has bookcases and shit, like a library that goes around the outer rim of
I need
it.
to watch it.
He has like destroyed Dalek rim containers as decoration circles.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he's more scientifically minded, so he has like rotating like monitors and shit, and I kind of like what they're doing with this. I'm like, it's been a while since we've had like a darker, more serious Doctor.
Yeah.
The last time we had one was with Christopher Eccleston, and he didn't last long enough. But I'm liking it already. He's got the Capaldi death stare, and when you ever saw that did you see War of the Doctor Doppel?
Which one?
Did you see War of the Doctor?
No.
No, the ones where Smith and Tennant team up.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw how he showed up at the end, and he has that face because he got the fucking Capaldi intensifies face going for him. And he has the best line too because he says he doesn't like his eyebrows. They look like you can cut bottle caps with that, and that's a line. They're attack eyebrows. He almost mugs a homeless person for their jacket because he's cold. But he ends up trading him his watch for it because he's like threatening this poor homeless guy because after he regenerates, he's still not there completely. So he's ranting and raving to this poor homeless man. And it's if you could find a stream for it, I recommend it.
Yeah, I will.
And Frank, if you haven't gotten into Doctor Who yet, now is the perfect time because there's a brand new Doctor. And it's a good jumping on point.
Yeah. Sure. Everyone's into Doctor Who. I can hear about it from everywhere I go. I don't need to watch it.
You're missing out. I'm telling you, it's very good. It's probably one of the best sci-fi shows.
It's debatable, but I see your point. It's very good. I admit that.
Well, it's a sci-fi show. I like it because it's a sci-fi show, but it's not like super.
Yeah, it's not. It's a sci-fi show, but when it decides to do horror, it can really do horror really well.
Well, not only that, but it's not like a sci-fi show that has like 70 million races or terms or something that you feel like a fucking basement dweller watching.
I like my basement dweller sci-fi.
They actually some of them can be pretty heartfelt too because there was a Van Gogh episode with Matt Smith, and his companion tried to convince him not to commit suicide, and they had touching moments throughout with Vincent Van Gogh, and at the end you find out that he still committed suicide anyway because history's a fixed point. But before he died, there was a painting that he uncovered that he painted just for her. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of touching.
Okay, my main problem with Doctor Who, the fandom.
I just ignore the fandom.
Right out there. Or I bring it right out there.
I just completely ignore the fandom. And I don't go on any threads or forums. I don't go on anywhere because I know the fandom's awful.
See, the only thing I do is I watch the show and I buy the Blu-rays, and maybe like
Occasionally I'll check the TV stream for or the TV thread because I get to watch them say Moffat's a hack writer. Because when they complain about it, it's usually about the writing, and they fucking hate Steve Moffat.
Yeah, Doctor Who is one of those few shows I forget there's even a fandom. I just
Yeah, I know. I know they're fucking horrible. They
yeah.
are some of the worst of like the nerd community, and I absolutely refuse to do any. I just turn it off
hmm
and forget it's there. And if you forget it's there, it's pretty good. That's why I said I'm definitely afraid because I've seen for Halloween outside my apartment a lot of people with Doctor Who stuff on, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stay away from you. But like I said, give it a shot one day. It might surprise you.
All right, yeah. I mean, I've watched a few episodes. I liked what I saw, but it's just I didn't think it was that special. Okay, anything else to talk about?
No, that's it.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining me. Everyone, have a good night.
Yep.